Whilst peace has a tentative hold in the capital Guwahati, killings, bomb blasts and demonstrations continue in the eastern regions of Assam. We travelled to Dibrugarh, land of the tea plantations, and were greeted by a roadblock. Two men had been taken by the military as suspected ULFA, and villagers were protesting for their release. The army dealt with it quickly, promising to release the two men into the custody of local police. Protesters said they were only doing this because we were there.
They took my brother and another man last night. They said they would hand them over to the police, but they didn't, so we made the roadblock. They suspect them of being ULFA. We have seen so much of this and we've had enough.
We explained to them that they had links with the ULFA. We have our intelligence network which is working, so we get inputs. We are not picking up everyone. We only pick them up for questions. There is no question of any torture or any human rights violation whatsoever.
But the villagers didn't believe that. In a nearby village, a man had recently been killed by the army. As we approached, one man immediately ran away.
Shout for your brother. Is he coming? My eldest son fled. He thought you were the army. His younger brother was just shot by the army. He panicked. Here he is. I had 7 sons and a daughter. One became ULFA and was killed by the army. They took 3 others and tortured them. We did not know he had joined ULFA. He left home saying he had a job with Hindustan Company. After 2 weeks, he was dead. He left his brothers behind. Now he is dead, and his brothers beaten so badly. Who will feed me and my grandchildren now?
I was taken 2 days ago. They said to sign my brother's death certificate. They stripped me and tied my hands up and beat me. They wanted my brother's weapon. They said I am ULFA, but I'm just a farmer. I thought you were the army. I ran so hard I broke the fence. My feet are filled with mud because I hid in the fish ponds. When you are scared, you have to run until they say it is safe.
What is the official response to army brutality?
Whenever there are such cases, we made an inquiry and we punish also. There are 1 2 cases, misuse of power, or custody date of use, but very few, 1 or 2 cases, very few cases.
Around 12,000 people killed by the security forces, the state forces, and around 6,000 people killed by the armed organizations. And out of those 12,000 people, you will be surprised to know that more than 50% of the people were totally innocent, not any way involved with the armed activity. You cannot compare with the killing of innocent people by the government force with killing of innocent people by the armed groups, non-state actors.
By now we had a military escort watching carefully where we went, and they took us to a village near Tinsukia where ULFA allegedly killed 10 Bihari people in random shootings. This happened in January 2007 and came shortly after photographs were published showing soldiers posing with the dead bodies of 2 ULFA men.
They went to a nearby hotel and shot the owner dead. His son was shot dead and his daughter injured. Then they went to the pharmacy and shot dead the owner. They killed vegetable sellers and someone selling fish on the road. In total, 10 were killed, 3 in the same family.
My son and nephew were taken by the militants and were missing. We waited all night, and the next morning labourers found their bodies in a ditch. My son was shot twice. I had only 1 son. Now who will take care of us? How will we survive? This is my son. Only I know how I am living. My tears have not dried yet.
She took us to where the bodies had been found.
This is the place where the two body was recovered early morning.
Commander-in-Chief of ULFA, Pores Barrowa, made this statement about the killing of innocent people.
Alpha doesn't get involved in any brutality against the people. What for will we do that? We're fighting for the rights of the people.
Pores Barrowa's mother lived nearby. Like many mothers and families, she's not seen her son since he joined ULFA 28 years ago.
He was a good boy, didn't pick quarrels, excellent at football. He got a job away from home and then no news of him for months. The police came looking for him, but I didn't know where he was. The police came all the time. We had so much trouble. They would shoot at our house. I'm old now. My days are numbered. Will my son come back to me? I did not send him away and I cannot drag him back. I cried a lot when he went. His father said, if he can leave us behind, why worry? But I cried a lot. If I'd known, I would have tied him up and kept him.
They came looking for him in '94, their faces covered in black cloth. He wasn't here, so they took our youngest brother, who wasn't in ULFA, but they took him. The next day, a relative told me there was a body near the shrine. It was him. His hands were tied and he had 12 bullets in his back.
My nephew came shouting, "They have shot him dead." My newly wedded daughter-in-law was in the car. What could I say? I should have been the one to die that day. Now you must give me your card. The military will ask who came here.
In 2005, there were peace talks. 3 rounds concluded and then they collapsed. The government blaming ULFA for only sending representatives to the table, and ULFA blaming the government for, they say, not keeping a promise to release 5 ULFA leaders from prison.
We made it very clear, we are prepared to release them, provided they come for a direct talk. Provided. Of direct talk, not through representative.
Writer and peace activist Indira Goswami was key ambassador to the peace talks. She asked the government to release the prisoners.
So many times I requested them that you kindly do this. At least release the old prisoners. One cannot even walk, one is almost blind, and other is nearing 80, almost somewhere across. If they fly away, then no matter, you will get the benefit. And they did not listen. They did not do this. They could not do this. Peace can never be compromised.
Peace talks collapsed in June 2006. In the far east of Assam, the army was stepping up its raids on rebel camps. Back in the capital, Guwahati, the games had come to a successful and peaceful end. But within days of their conclusion, violence had erupted again, and the Indian government and ULFA chiefs were still at loggerheads.
We are prepared to talk them, provided they give up the violence and they don't insist on the sovereign Assam.
An independent Assam is our basic fundamental birthright, and this is a non-negotiable position. There cannot be any future dialogues if this issue were not brought to the table to our liking.
Days have turned to years. If I could speak to him, I'd say, "What do you ULFAs want?" I think and worry about my son. My hopes for peace will die with me.